Hello, I'm Joe Kronauer, and welcome to this September 2025 edition of the Northeast Ohio Catholic Report, where we review some of the exciting things that have been happening in our diocese during these past few weeks and months. We begin with the pride and joy surrounding this year's Faith and Culture event. The Cleveland Diocese holds the one-day celebration every year to coincide with National Hispanic Heritage Month, which runs from mid-September to mid-October and honors Hispanic and Latino communities across the country.
In this year, Faith and Culture, we got almost 400 people, many faces, muchas caras en la Casa de Dios, celebrating unity, diversity. And my hope is that at the end of this celebration, everybody recognize the richness of our culture, the richness of our faith.
This year's festivities took place at Sacred Heart Chapel in Lorain and featured an opening mass, a special speaker, liturgical dancers, and of course, great music and food. Besides a big cultural event, September also marks back-to-school season. And students are excited to be back in class.
So my favorite subject is math. I like all the symbols and the pluses and the minuses. I love subtracting and adding.
It's worth noting that this school year is a first for the Lake County Catholic School Network, which now operates All Saints and Mater Dei academies. The network represents a partnership between 6 parishes in western Lake County and stands as a model of innovation and collaboration stemming from the Keeping the Faith initiative. Meanwhile, other diocesan educators kicked off the new year with a panel presentation at the First Friday Club of Cleveland about the benefits of classical Catholic education, which is now in its second year of implementation at St. Brendan's School.
I feel like the panel was designed to kind of whet the appetite to the enormous benefits of classical Catholic education, and I think we did a very good job of that by saying the things that you would see tangibly that are different, but to also understand the full philosophy of it, which is that there are things in this world that do not change, and they are transcendent. And what that does to a student in their educational career is to help a student see that my education is not a means to an end, it's not a transactional relationship. It gives me true meaning and purpose to actually participate in the rhythm and the continuity of life.
Now we turn to Rome, where the Cleveland Diocese was well represented for a big event in early September. 6 diocesan priests, along with Bishop Woost, were among the estimated 80,000 people who attended the canonization mass for 2 millennial saints, Carlo Acutis and Pier Giorgio Frassati. Padua Franciscan High School has a special connection to St. Carlo. Over the summer, the school's chaplain traveled to Assisi, where he prayed at St. Carlo's tomb and received a first-class relic, 5 strands of hair, which are now displayed in a reliquary in the school's chapel. We close with a look at a cool year-long project that wrapped up this summer at Borromeo and St. Mary's seminaries. It centers on iconography, which involves the creation of religious illustrations and portraits often done on wood.
In the production process, the hope is that you're very much putting the communion with God. The fact that you're entering into the lines, you're not drawing them yourself. It's you're being conformed to Christ through the work of contemplating icons, through the work of entering into the lines of the icon and the strokes of the paintbrush.
8 participants in a new year-long immersion program concluded the stage of their formation by creating icons of Our Lady of Vladimir. The activity allowed them to explore a new type of leisure activity and create something beautiful. And on that fine note, we wrap up this edition of the Northeast Ohio Catholic Report. We hope to see you next time.